Welcome, Dave. We're going to do just a brief, simple assessment on your strength, your flexibility, your posture. So just by looking at you here, I can see that your feet are slightly out. So when we do that, that puts a little more emphasis on our hips, takes away the strength in our lower back. So have your feet a little more parallel to each other. And we can see here that Dave has rounded shoulders. His head is a little further forward. If I can just get you to place your hands down, and his hips are a little further back. So he's got what we call rounded back in yoga versus sway back, where he would have his lower back. So you feel the difference? So this is sway back here, where you're strengthening your lower back. You might feel that we're doing a back bend here now, but we're not, okay? Because this is proper posture here. You've got a nice gradual curve going up. Now take your shoulders forward, Dave. Just take your shoulders forward and bring your hips back a little bit and bend your knees. And now he's in round back, which is what happens as we age and as we come forward. The head comes forward, puts all this tension and stress on the back muscles, and it's almost like shock absorption in the lower back. And you've got all that shock absorption that's now eliminated because you've taken that lumbar curve out of your back. So we're going to take a look at many different things. Posture is extremely important. So throughout the day, I want you to just be very aware that you're pressing your feet down in towards the ground. And as you're pressing the feet down and towards the ground, as if you always have like a hand, like I have now on top of your head. So you're pressing up in towards my hand. Your chin is off the chest, and now you're assuming proper posture. Your earlobes are right above your shoulders. Your abs are in, and you've got really like a nice line from your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, up and towards the ears. So let's now come towards the back of the wall. Talking about your arms, I want to just check the shoulders, flexibility. Take your head back against the wall if you can. Don't overarch, take your belly button in towards the spine. Now bend your elbows and take your arms up like this. Good, that's it. So that's quite good. So you're almost there. Now how does that feel? Feels okay? Yeah, okay, good. So you've got a little bit of space here. So I want you just to breathe in and come up just slightly, just a little bit. Does that hurt? And then exhale, come down. So just breathe in, try to straighten your arms, belly in, don't overarch. And as you're doing it, press into my hand a little bit. Good, taking that curve out a little bit, and then exhale, so we're adding some abdominal strength. So inhale, come back up. Good. Exhale down. So besides this being a test for the shoulders, the pectoral muscles in the front, this is also a wonderful exercise. And then exhale and lower your arms down towards the ground and just rest here for a moment. Good. Now let's check your hamstrings. I want you to come down onto the ground and just with your butt close to the wall and just bring your legs up towards the wall. So like this. You're going to be sitting like this and just take your legs up towards the wall. That's it. Good. Come as close as you can, don't hurt yourself. Your arms by your side, and see if you can just bring your buttocks a little bit closer towards the wall. So you don't think you can't because it's tight, your legs, or just,
well, just try to get
come a little bit closer. Good, so when you're more than about 2 inches away from the wall, that means that you've got very tight hamstrings. So good, so Dave is here about maybe 2 inches away from the wall, which is just borderline. Now how does this feel on the back of your legs?
It's tight.
It's tight, okay. So when it's tight in the back of your legs, and this is a test, and I want you to take out a little checklist, like a paper and pen if you have it available, and you would write down that your hamstrings are quite tight. So let's now take the legs down towards the side, good. And we'll just come onto our mat now, onto our yoga mat. So first of all, I'd like you to just take your knees and just bring them a little towards the right and a little towards the left. Yeah, just a little, maybe not even as far. Just slightly, a couple of inches to the right, a couple of inches to the left, not so far. And do you know where your sacrum is? So the sacrum is this like triangular bony structure right at the base of our spine. And I want you to just feel as if you go over to the right to see if you feel any difference a little to the right of the spine and a little bit different towards the left of your spine. If one side feels a little bit like protruding, like if it's a lump, versus the other side that might be a little bit hollow, or if both sides feel just the same.
Really better.
Yeah, so probably they feel about the same. So that's good. So now separate your feet. Good. And I want you to take your belly button in towards the spine next time you breathe out, so flattening your lower back, and bring both of your arms straight back behind your head. Good. So when you can't bring that, does this feel tight, by the way, first at all in your shoulders?
Well, it's not bad.
Not too bad. Okay, so unlike your legs, you don't feel that when you put the legs up against the wall that it's as tight as the shoulders. So your shoulders are not flush, which isn't like critical, but if you had really good shoulder flexibility, your arms would be flush to the ground, okay? So if I was to continue to do that, you'll notice it will resist me, that you'll be tight. So slight tightness in your shoulders, but not so critical. And let's now bring your arms down towards the ground. Good. Now I would like you to bring your right knee and thigh in towards the chest and interlace your fingers just underneath the right knee. Good. And breathe in as you inhale and relax your hands. So notice how tight his hands are there. So I want you to relax the fingers here. So we let go of whatever it is that we don't need. Relax your face. Good. And as you exhale, just take the knee and thigh into the chest. Breathe in, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, straightening the arms. As you exhale and take the knee and thigh in, you should feel a nice stretch in your low back on the right hand side. So we're inhaling, so this is an exercise to help the lower back. So we do it one side at a time. Now the next time you take your right knee and thigh in, I want you to keep it where it is and straighten your left leg all the way. Good. And how does that feel on the top of your left hip? Do you feel any tightness at all when you're doing this? No? Okay, so then your hips, this is a hip flexibility test. And you've got a little bit of room here, could be maybe slightly further down, but Dave is pretty loose in his hips. And we'll check, of course, the other hip. At least he's loose in his left hip. Now keep your hands there, and let's just open that up a little bit more. So breathe in, straightening the arms, exhale, bending your elbows. Inhale, straightening the arms, exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms, and then exhale and hold it here, just breathing. Now, by the way, if you had a sacroiliac problem and you noticed that one side of your sacrum wasn't the same as the other, you would put your hands underneath your right knee here. And let's say it was protruding onto the right side. You had that little lump on the right side, then you would bring your right knee and thigh into the chest. If it was the left side, you would do it separately. This particular exercise, we only do one side. All yoga exercises, pretty much, is always an exception to everything, we do both sides. So I want you to lift your left leg up off the floor a couple of inches, just your left leg, and bring it all the way over to the side, at least, good, 2 feet over, drop it down to the ground, and then bring it back to center. Good. Lift it back up, and now bring it all the way over to the left, and then drop it back down, bring it back to center. So what this does is this helps to derotate the pelvis. So if the pelvis is rotated too much onto one side, this is going to level the pelvis, bring it back into balance. So now let's drop the right foot down. Take a little bit of a rest, breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly. And let's now take the left knee and thigh in towards the chest. Keep the right foot down, interlace your fingers, that's it. And breathe in deeply, straightening the arms, and breathe out, bending the elbows. Good. Relax your left foot again, relax the fingers, relax your face. Inhale, straightening the arms. Exhale, bending the elbows. And now keep it here. After we've stretched out the low back now on the left side, now let's add that right hip. Straighten the right leg. and see if feel any difference. Do you feel any difference at all? About the same? So then Dave's hips are fine, they're normal. And we're now going to just, though, a few times this exercise, even if they're not tight, breathe in, that's it, straighten the arms, breathe out, bend your elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms, exhale, bend the elbows. And now take that foot down onto the ground. So have both feet onto the ground now and just rest. Good. I'd like to test your abdominal strength, which is so critical for our back. So I'd like you to take your arms, if you can, and bring them so that they're forming like a cross, and they're underneath your shoulder blades. So take them and just place them on the shoulder blades. And I don't want you to be using your neck, your head. And I want you to come up no more than 10 times, but I want you to see if the first time that you do it and the 10th time are about the same. So you don't need to come up very, very high. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, just lift up using your abdominal muscles to come up. Good, and then come down. Good. Take a breath in, exhale. Continuing and stopping when you feel you've had enough. Good. Breathing out through the nose, take a deep breath in, go slow. Exhale through the nose. Nice. Nothing to prove in yoga, just want to see where you are in your body today. So if we don't start somewhere, we are nowhere. So we start where we are. And our abdominal muscles strengthen faster than other muscles. So I think that's about 6 times. How are you feeling? Good. Okay, so continue a couple more times. Good. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, coming up. Good, and then stopping. So Dave's abdominal muscles are quite good, quite strong. And we'll now take the arms towards our side. So we've checked his hamstrings, which are tight, his shoulders, which are about borderline, his abdominal muscles, which are good, his hips, which are fine, his posture, which is a little bit rounded. Okay, so I want you to take your fingers and just notice, Dave, just the indentation that's probably there because you've got rounded shoulders. Can you feel that? A little bit of indentation? Good. Now I want you to take your head back, bring your arms down, and notice now, if you put your fingers there, that it isn't as indented there, it's as hollow, right? So that's a great way of knowing that you have rounded shoulders, and that puts your whole posture in a very vulnerable and abnormal position. It can cause a lot of discomfort, a lot of back pain, and a lot of other problems as well. So I'm going to give you an exercise that I want you to do every day that'll be able to relieve that and put you into a proper posture, and also to build strength along with flexibility back into your shoulders. So making sure, and I think you're about right, you're about a foot away from the wall, and good, feet about hip width apart, and place your hands up high against the wall, and put your forehead as well against the wall. Nice. Notice that your hips came a little bit further forward. Can you try, without moving your arms, to get your hips to go back a little bit? That's it. Good. And just breathe there. You can breathe into either sides of the body. So press your right hand a little bit in towards the wall as you feel an opening all along that right side. And exhale, and then do the same thing with the left. Just breathing into the stretch. And very gently, I want you to, from the hips, to start to walk back a little further as your arms come down away from the wall and your head comes off of the wall. But imagine as if the top of the head still was coming towards the wall. So bring your head down a little bit more, so it's along the spine. Keep walking back, bend your knees a bit. Good. Is this okay on your shoulders? Any tightness anywhere at all? Okay, and continue to breathe. Walk back a little bit more, bend the knees, and just hold it here. And imagine roots growing from your hands into the wall, and also roots growing from your feet down to the ground. Notice roundness of the shoulders are disappearing, the hamstrings are lengthening, you've got great posture, great alignment in the spine. This helps with balance, with stability, with strength, with stretching. Wonderful for building bones as well to prevent osteoporosis. And then slowly come back up, nice and slowly walk back up towards the wall. And take a rest, and we're just going to do it one more time. Good. But bring your arms down, but bring your head off the wall. Good, and just stand up nice and good. Great, and look how much easier, isn't it a little bit easier now to have your shoulders back after doing that, where you feel now much more at ease in a normal standing position? And then let's do it again. So let's put the arms up, forehead against the wall. Take a few breaths here before you come back, not even thinking about what's going to come next. Breathing in, lengthening, opening the body with your breath. Exhale, and I didn't even need to tell you to take your hips back. Beautiful. And then when you are ready, nice and slowly, walk back a little further away from the wall. As you feel not just the top of the head against the wall, but you feel the tailbone reaching towards like the opposite wall of this room. Breathe into wherever you feel that you need the work. This is an amazing all-purpose stretch. This puts us into the same position as downward dog. But in downward dog, what often happens is that we continue to always have that roundness in the upper back rather than a nice little arch like Dave has here. So most of us should not be doing downward dog. We should be doing wall push so that we get the benefits that we really, really require in our body. So now slowly come back towards the wall. Take your arms down and rest. So let's begin our practice of yoga today. So I just invite you to come to, you're in a nice comfortable position now, and just resting your hands where they are or on your lap, and just close your eyes. And just begin to follow your breath as it goes in and as it goes out. So as it goes in, see if you can feel the hips just moving forward slightly, the ribs moving up away from the pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, take the belly button in towards the spine and notice the shoulders coming a little bit forward, creating those indentations that we spoke about during your evaluation. So inhale, filling those indentations. Good. Going away, hips back, hips forward, shoulders back. And then exhale, chin to the chest, take your belly button in, relax the shoulders. Good. So continuing to do this as you breathe in, trying to feel the spine lengthening and strengthening as you're creating a nice curve in the lower back. And then as you exhale, feel the back stretching. As you relax, just relax the shoulders. Good. Relax the shoulders, nice. One more time, inhale, so we're just moving our spine with the breath. Exhale, take the belly in, chin to the chest, and round your back. So we're going to continue to do these same movements that we're doing now, but we're going to do them in the table position. So I want you to put your hands here so I can see, make sure that everything's lined up properly. Open up your fingers, nice. Shoulders right above the wrists. Good, open the fingers nice and wide. Good. And now press the hands down into the ground. Toes pointing back if you can, good. Exhale, just like we did before, take the belly button in towards the spine, chin in towards the chest. And now bend your elbows and come all the way down to the ground. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up. Pull the hands back to get the shoulders back. Good. Curve the back the other way. The other way, so that's rounding. We'll take a curve, there you go. Now exhale, take the belly in, chin to the chest, and let your head go. And then bend your elbows and come all the way down, releasing the tension in the neck, the shoulders. Good. Breathe in, come back up again. Inhale. Good. And then pull the hands back to get the shoulder blades in together. Not so much the shoulders going back, but so watch me for a moment. So my elbows coming in, chin off the chest, shoulders back. Look down to the ground so you're not straining your neck. And then exhale, take the belly in, chin to the chest, shoulder blades separated. And then keep breathing. Don't worry about synchronizing breath with movement. That takes a lot of practice. And yoga, as most things in life, 99% is the practice, 1% is the theory. So if you do this every day, and you have that discipline, that commitment, you'll notice a huge difference in your back, your entire being. Because the price of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. So inhaling, coming back up one more time. Shoulders back, shoulder blades in. Exhale, belly in. Chin to the chest, come all the way down. And now just take your arms and bring them a little bit further forward. Good, that's it. Curl your toes in. Curl your toes in. And just stay where you are. No need to bring your sit bones further down, your buttocks down to the heels. If you want an extra stretch in your lower back, just feel the heels coming down to the ground. Relax the tight shoulders and just breathe. Deep breath in and a slow breath out. So you're really noticing the breath in the back as it rises. Nice. Slowly coming back up, taking the hands down to the ground, opening up your fingers way wide. Good. And I want you to press the left hand down. So in yoga, we're always working with opposites, and that's why it's so amazing for not just the back, but for osteoporosis, arthritis, because we're working with strength. Take the right arm up now, and we are stretching and we're balancing as we breathe in. One more breath, press the left hand out if you can. If it's enough, every breath out. So let's come down. Every breath out, give yourself that permission to say, I've had enough. Good. And then press the left hand down and just do the opposite. Go to the right hand down and lift the left arm up. Inhale and exhale. You can have your toes pointing back too. That's comfortable, good. And just continue to go back and forth a few times, feeling the strength as you press down into the earth and lengthen up. Don't strain the neck if it's hard to look up, and then exhale. And then one more time, the left arm. So you breathe in, you relax, pay attention. Every breath in, a little bit more of the strength, the breath out, good, the letting go. And now let's do the balance table pose. So open up your fingers, belly in, chin off the chest. And I want you to take your right leg back because your hamstrings are tight. I want you just to take your right leg back and keep it there just for a moment. Make sure that that right hip comes down a little bit. Good. And just flex the toes. Good. And then bring the toes away from you. Just back and forth. Nice. That's it. And then lower that leg down. Take a breath in and a breath out. Don't do the other side so quickly. And when you're ready, take the left leg back. Good. Chin off the chest, belly is in. Feel the strength. Good. Like that. So that you brought it up too high. Just like that. Perfect. There you go. Flex the toes, bring it back and forth. Weight equally as much as you can on both hands. And now come down. Good. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Now bring your right leg back first. Check that your hip came up a little bit again, so lower it a little bit, doesn't matter the leg is low. And now the left arm by your left ear with so if you're going to shake someone's hand, good. Look down at a spot, so notice your head again came up a little bit. Nice. Breathe in deeply, and every breath out, you feel that you've had enough, come down. You want the weight as much as you can on the palm. And on the center of the knee too. Fingers and toes. See if you can get the toes to point out away from you. work the back leg. And then slowly exhale and come down. Good. Yeah? So if you have a cramp and you listen to that and you come down, where did you get your cramp?
In the toes.
In the toes? Okay, that's why they were pulling out. Okay. Feels okay now? All right, so let's now do the other side. Good. That's it. The foot, and then take the arm. That's it. Breathe. Abs are in. Every breath out. You might have done it for too long. So we're not straining. We're not doing yoga properly when we're straining. So every breath out, say this is enough. It's about consistency and persistency. And doing this every day and doing it properly. And then slowly coming down. Good. And let's now take our hands over to the side. And let's come down onto our backs. Good. And we'll just lie right down onto your back. So you might want to come a little bit further towards me. A little bit, just bring your feet a little bit further. That's it. Perfect. Come down, nice. Right on the mat. Good. Just settling in to the ground. And now, let's bend the knees and put your feet right underneath your knees and have your feet about hip width apart. And as you breathe in, I want you to use your big toes, little toes, and heels to press down and lift your hips, pelvis, and buttocks up as high as you can, and take your right arm straight back behind you. Good. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your right arm down, lower the hips, pelvis, and buttocks down, and come all the way down and rest. Good. Make sure you're pressing the big toes in. Inhale. Come all the way up. Good. Left arm. As you exhale, come down as slow as you can, all the way down. Good. Vertebra by vertebra. Good. And rest. This time, we're going to add a stretch as well to the neck. So inhale, press the feet down, lift the hips, pelvis, and buttocks. Take the right, keep the head down. Keep the head down. Chin into the chest, stretching out the back of the neck here. And now as you lower the right arm down, lower the hip, and turn the head to the left. Good. So we're trying, and it takes practice to do it simultaneously. So inhale, press the feet down. Lift your hips, pelvis, and buttocks up. The left arm, head to center. Good. Palm up. Exhale, take the palm all the way down, lower the hips, pelvis, and buttocks down, and turn your head to the other side, to the right. Good. Inhale, press the feet down, lift up, right arm back. That's it. Exhale, lower the right arm down, lower the hips, pelvis, and buttocks down, and turn your head to the left. Once again, press the feet down. That's your foundation. That's your strength. Feel as if you've got roots growing underneath the feet. And then exhale, lower the left arm down and turn your head to the right. Breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly. Now, I want you to have your head back to center. Press the feet down, the ankles maybe a little bit further forward. Good, strong foundation. And now lift up and take both arms straight back behind you. And every breath out, give yourself permission to come down. So inhale, lengthening, chin into the chest, feel the stretch in the back of the neck, the strengthening in the lower back. And every breath out, listen to the body and see if you've had enough. Now, every breath out is a letting go. Every breath in, you can press the feet down and come up. Good. Sit, stomach rises, exhale, belly comes in a little bit. We're not coming all the way down, just releasing and then coming all the way down. And letting go, good. Breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly. So inhale, take both legs straight up to the ceiling, both arms, good. Exhale, bend your knees, take the knees and thighs in and take the arms down. Bend your knees all the way and take the knees and thighs in. Good, that's it. Inhale, straighten both legs, arms back. Good, relax your face. Now you're trying way too hard. Relax the face. And then exhale, bend the knees. Take the arms down. Good, inhale, both arms up. back, legs up. Good. Exhale. Bend the knees, stretch out your back. One more time. Inhale. Take the arms, good, and hold it here and interlace your fingers. Breathe in, lengthen the legs and the arms, good. Exhale, slightly flex the elbows and the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Deep breath, exhale, let go. One more time on your own. Now take the arms down by your side again with the palms down and bend your knees. Bend your knees and take the knees and thighs. Keep the feet off the ground, palms down. And then just exhale, slowly stretching out your back. Draw that breath out. Breathe in, give some space for the belly to expand. Beautiful. And then exhale, knees and thighs in, stretching out your back. Breathe in, tailbone down, as if you had a clock face underneath your back. You're pressing down at 12, and then you're going to 6 o'clock. Good. One more time. And then exhale. And now lower one leg down to the ground, lower the other leg down to the ground, and rest. So straighten one leg, straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg, and just rest. Next, what we're going to do will be terrific for you for the upper back, the shoulders, the lower back, even the leg, getting a nice stretch, the hamstring. So bend the right knee, put the right foot on top of the left thigh, roll onto the outside of your left leg, and put your left hand on the outside of your right knee, and bring your arm and just along the ground. Take it as far back. I don't want to do it for you in case that's far enough. So breathe in and then exhale and take that right arm all the way down, sliding it along the ground as if it's the heaviest log in the world. And have the palm down and turn your head to the left. Good. That's it. Inhale. Arm back, head to center. Feel the work in the lower back, the hips, the sacrum, the upper back, the shoulder here. And now bring that arm down. Take that arm down. Good, all the way down and turn your head to the left again, palm down. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. Left arm back as far as you comfortably can, not as far as you can. And then exhale. Lower. So just because we have the room to be able to bring the arm all the way back doesn't mean that we do that. Just like as if we had the room on our credit cards doesn't mean that we go out and spend all that money, or we have a lot of pain afterwards and we have to pay it back. So you don't go to your limit. So we don't go to our limit on our cards. To the stretch, just to what feels good, to where you feel a nice opening. And then keep your hand here and just breathe. Turn your head to the left. Feel that wonderful stretch in the neck and visualize as if there's like a heavy weight, like even more than my hand, taking that shoulder down as the hand moves away. Good. And breathe into that stretch in your neck. Visualize as well that there's a heavy like sandbag on the top of your belly on the right side. So breathe in and breathe out. So notice how good your mind was someplace else, like it always is for all of us. And we stop breathing. We literally stop breathing. And if we added up all the moments we stop breathing throughout the day, on average it works out to more than a half an hour for almost all of us. So imagine if you just made just slight correction, improvement to that. Like a huge improvement to your quality of life. Continuing as you bring that hand out, good. And then bring the arm out to the side, turn your head to the right. Not all the way, just turn your head down to the right. Good, and then just close your eyes and just relax. Just keep it there so the wrist is in line with the shoulder. And then just bring again your awareness there. Just breathing here. Relax that left hand, which might be a little tight. Good. And scan your body for anywhere where you have that choice. Do I want to be tight here? the face, the hand, wherever, or can I choose a different response? That's what makes us different as humans. And we can choose our response at any given moment to create that space so we're not reactive, so we're proactive. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, bringing in a tremendous amount of oxygen inside of the body. And then slowly coming back out. While you're doing this, you're stretching out that leg too, by the way. Straightening the right leg, arms by your side, and just rest. Just watching, just breathing. Feel the sensations accompanied this therapeutic spinal twist. And then let's now to the other side, allowing for differences. This side might be easier, tighter. Good. Right hand on the outside of the left knee. Roll slowly and try to keep that left shoulder blade down as much as you can. And now bring that left arm all the way back, head to center, as far back as you comfortably can, and then sweep the arm along just the floor here as you exhale. Take the arm along the floor, palm down, as if that arm is like a 500-pound log. You can't lift it off the ground. Palm is down, turn the head to the right. Feel the stretch in the neck. Inhale, take the palm back, all the way back. Breathe in again if you need to. Remember to just breathe, not trying to synchronize the breath with each one of these movements. Exhale, sweep it down, good, palm down, and turn the head towards the right. 2 more times. Inhaling, taking that arm back, all the way back, head to center. Relax the right hand. Exhale, take the palm down. Feel the work. Breathe into where the energy needs to go. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. So inhale, take that arm back, palm up, and sweep it along the floor. And this time as you exhale, take the palm down. Keep it there. All the way by underneath your hip if you can. Keep that hand coming down. Good. Keep it going. And then feel as if that hand can come down further. And there's now this weight on the left side. Make sure you're turning your head towards the right as much as you can. Keep the head turning right. Feel the stretch in the neck, the shoulder blade, the upper back. And breathe. Just to show you that Dave is just able to start where he is. Not about flexibility. Every day Dave gets more flexible, stronger. And that comes with acceptance. We're not trying to be a hero and doing too much. Now take your arm out to the side, palm up, so that when you turn the head now to the left, Dave, you should be able to see your palm. That's it. Now close your eyes, and now bring your awareness. Just keep the arm still. Keep the arm still. Just keep it to your side. That's it. Just keep it there. Turn the head, but close your eyes, and now just remain still. So every exhale, not just the fact that you are still now, but every exhale is a moving into a stillness. As you breathe in and as you breathe out. Taking the knees and thighs in towards the chest, coming back. So we want to balance the spine again. So bring both knees back in towards the chest, one hand on each knee. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms. Relax the hands. Exhale, all the way. No breath left at all. Let there be a pause here. Inhale, straightening the arms. Exhale, bending the elbows. And now just put one foot on the ground, the other foot Arms by your side, straighten one leg, straighten the other. Arms not too close to your body, but not too far away. And just have the palms either on their sides or up, so a little further away. The legs a little further open, and then just let yourself go. So whatever time that you have today, taking at least a minute, taking much longer if you have the time today. The most important part is to just let all the energy find its rightful place, allowing the whole body to just give in to the ground as if you were on a bed of sand on the beach. And as you breathe out, you're going down to the bottom of the ocean where it's calm. And then as you breathe in, you're coming up to the surface to be able to face whatever you need to face in your life. Down, all the way downwards with peaceful, and then we've created this space now where we can now breathe all this oxygen in. So we always begin with the exhale. See if you can bring, without lifting the head, the chin a little bit more towards the chest. That's it. And then relax the face. That will calm the thoughts. Just like when we pray, meditate, always have our head down. More into the body and less into the mind. As the mind thinks by itself, the body grieves by itself. And awareness of the breath just watches the process. Doesn't get lost in the stories of the thoughts going on in your mind. So the only which is so difficult for us to do in life teaches us to look outside the frame, so to speak, outside the picture, as we all live inside that picture, teaching us to live more from inside out than outside in. We're going to take just a few moments here in silence. For those of you who are doing this at home, wherever you may be doing it, take whatever time that you need. Just coming back to the breath. If you feel like you'd like to move your fingers or your toes, the head maybe from side to side. And give yourself a very, very easy but delicious stretch. Take the arms back behind you, interlace the fingers. Take a deep breath in. You can even breathe out through the mouth here, laying out a nice sigh. Rubbing your palms together to create some warmth. And just place the hands on your eyes, just sealing in your yoga class today. And then bending one knee, bending the other knee. And rolling over onto the right side. Just stay here for a couple of breaths before you come up. Just get relaxed with your arms. You want to get a nice stretch from the back, bending your knees a little more over if it feels okay. And pressing your right forearm down. Just use your arms and try to come up into a comfortable seated position. Where we'll interlace our, well, let's just bring our palms together here now. Chin off the chest, shoulders down away from the ears. before we conclude with a final blessing, just thinking of something that you could feel very grateful for in your life today. And when we feel grateful, we do indeed feel great. Let that feeling resonate in your bones, your heart, your spirit. May you live in great health, happiness, and wholeness, coming to know your truth, your true identity, your life's purpose, and finding peace within you. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We'll end our class together with the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in, inhale. Shanti, Salam, peace, peace, peace. May there be peace in our hearts and peace in our world. You can slowly open your eyes and stay.